So, that's a big
non-binary aliens exist.
Non-binary aliens.
I'm
The
sure they
Hutts.
did. That was my first thought too when I saw them. Like, why are we not featuring like a species that already existed?
The Hutts, because they.
Hey, Alex.
The Hutts
Alex
are.
got 180 subs recently.
Oh, nice.
Did a celebration video. Anyway, what are you saying about the Hutts?
Because they're like agendered, but like they become female whenever they reproduce, and then they go back to like being like agendered. So I guess that'd be the closest.
That would work. Yeah, I'm actually working on getting those results shared around on the Facebook side of things right now.
Yes, they are, and we're not going to do spoilers here.
Yep.
But I will say this. Tune in tomorrow.
Yep.
On the website.
See, that's what I should have done. I should have grabbed some popcorn for this.
Yeah. So we got these veggie straws because they were like on sale for, those veggie straws? They're on sale for $1 because no one likes them. I said, well, for $1, we'll buy one of these big old bags. These things are tasty.
Yeah?
I mean,
I should give them another go.
I hope they're not lowering them for $5 and then, for $1 and then they're going to raise up to $5 later on and go, now, sucker, now that you're hooked on them. There's a new cereal. I'm a cereal fiend, but I don't know if I want it. It's, hey, Adam.
Hello.
It's oatmeal, Little Debbie's oatmeal cereal, oatmeal cookie cereal. Let me ask you, would you try that?
Oatmeal cereal. Out of curiosity, I think I might.
There's the other one. I didn't see it at my store, but they said they also came out with Cosmic Brownie. I'd try that. I'd try the oatmeal cereal one too, but...
Let's be honest, you would try a lot of things, though.
What would oatmeal cereal
yeah.
So what would oatmeal cereal taste like? Because I'm used to
oatmeal cookie cereal.
Oh, okay.
Jamie.
If I look at my thermometer, I think I've got you beat.
Jay, I'm also in Orange County.
What?
Yeah.
You're next to him?
Yeah.
Sounds that way. It sounds like you need to make a trip out there.
Jamie is a great guy. Jamie, then I was in your county then because I've seen Dylan.
I would.
He does.
If I left my house, right now, depending on traffic, I could be at Disneyland in 15 minutes.
Because we all know how much you love Disneyland.
Oh, it's terrible. Can I rant about? Can I rant about Downtown Disney real quick?
Let's wait a second and talk about the fireworks.
Dunkin' Donuts is great.
No, don't bring up the fireworks again.
Well,
I still have PTSD.
Oh, come on. It's almost the same thing as me bringing up, the whole Amelia sending rockets to the moon thing with Amelia.
All right.
It's something I have to bring up.
So I don't do this anymore because the Lego sets have gotten more towards New Canon, and also the quality of the Lego sets has gone down. They've been going towards smaller, less detailed Lego sets, which I don't really like, so I haven't been good recently. But back when I used to get Lego, my closest Lego store was at the one at Downtown Disney. And I remember back then, the Downtown Disney, you had 2 hours of like free parking before you had to pay for your parking. Which, if you're just going to Downtown Disney to go to like me, I was to go in, park, go to one shop, absolutely fine. You could easily park, go to your one shop, be out, no problems whatsoever. But then for some reason, like I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, they changed it. So now they charge after the first 30 minutes. There is no way you can park, get out of your car, walk through, because there's also metal detectors. So you have to walk through security in the metal detectors and get past that. Go to the shop, buy the one thing you're supposed to get, and walk all the way back to your car and drive out of the parking lot in under 30 minutes.
Yeah, just thinking about it. I was there 2 years ago for Downtown Disney. I think so. That's when I saw you, right? When I was out there for 2 years ago?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like September 2 years ago. But I remember getting a very nice Lego set while I was there for that. I came away with the Ultimate Collector's Edition of the Star Destroyer for that year, which I was like all over that. That had to happen.
I also realized I've been here long enough to remember when there weren't metal detectors outside of downtown Disney.
Yeah, I actually remember that too. Congrats, you're getting old. you haven't quite reached.
I hear they're getting rid of magic bands now.
Magic bands?
That was all the rage when I last went, and now they're getting rid of them. They have an app on your phone now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're just testing that out. Still have the magic band. And they still have I saw a Disney World commercial. We're all going to Disney World. And here they are wearing masks, not smiling, and they look miserable. They look like they're being tortured, or, like they look like, what's his name from Silence of the Lambs? That's all I can think about. It's like, that place looks awful right now. Why would you go?
But I'm not going to say too much to disparage it, since most of my family is looking forward to a Disney World trip later this year. I will not be partaking. I will be instead heading to the beach portion of that trip. Also,
one of my favorite things about Disneyland recently, with all like the restrictions or something was when California first locked down, and they were putting restrictions on like how many people could meet in a building. It was like no more than 50 people like in a building or anything like that. With the exception of Disneyland, obviously, because we need that Disneyland money. And that, I want to say, that lasted a whole like 3 hours before everyone wait a minute, that makes absolutely no sense. If you're going to close down everything, like all the shops and stuff, 50 people, you can't have Disneyland open. They're like, shoot, they're right. We need to be logically consistent on this.
So that Republic Commando release for physical was actually a full collector's edition. You were saying that, and I was like, I didn't see that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I saw it on. Yeah, someone put it on the Discord, and I'm just like, oh wow,
that's very interesting.
Unfortunately, I don't have a Switch, so
it's a little pricey, but it's interesting.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, how are you guys?
All right. How about yourself, sir?
I'm doing well.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would you eat oatmeal cookie cereal? Little Debbie's oatmeal cookie cereal.
Yeah.
There you go. How about Cosmic Brownie cereal?
Wait, Cosmic Brownie cereal?
Little Debbie's Cosmic Brownie cereal. They made it.
I'd give it a shot.
See, that's why I like this man. Roll with it.
Did I hear you guys? Someone's going to Disney World?
Family members.
Oh, I'm actually going in June. So.
Oh yeah. It's I think roughly the time frame they're going. That'll be interesting. Nice. Everybody's going to Disney World at the same time. That'll be fun.
Is it cheap?
I'm sorry.
Are there deals going on right now?
I'm going my brother's birthday. He's been wanting to go for a long time, and we were wanting to go in May, but the only time we could go was in June. So that was the only time we could book flights and get reservations and everything. So.
I wasn't aware they did collector's editions for the Jedi Knight games too.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But Matt, you mentioned magic bands. We just got ours in the mail today. So
they're still doing them. They're just kind of testing.
They're still doing them. They're phasing them out. I hear. And that just started. The app. Like a few people are testing it out. By the way, 35% capacity. That's when I like to go on a regular Disney trip. That's like early January or something. Or actually, it's probably 50%. But I love it when the crowds aren't there. I swear, when my kids get older and we get to go to Disney World, we're going to take them out of school. We're going to say, sorry, they got to go to Disney World. That's against the rules and they're sick. For a whole week. I'm not going to go during spring break or summer. I went once where school got out that weekend, and we stayed that first part, and that last weekend, it was horrible. It was sardine. I was like, no way. Never doing that.
Last time I went, like I said, was in the September, but they were just starting up. They're actually they had like a Halloween type event going on where everything was dressed up for Halloween, which was actually different enough from the last time I had been that I actually found it enjoyable to go through.
I wore my Save the Expanded Universe t-shirt that we made a long time ago.
Yep.
I wore mine at Disney. A guy on the what was the ride called? Star Tours. He went,
Yep.
I don't like your shirt. I said, you should, because this is expanded universe.
Wow, flat out told you I don't like your shirt.
I know. He said, I don't want, he said, I just want to make it clear that I am not associated with the expanded universe in any way. I was like, dude, I'm paying your bills, man.
That's interesting. You had somebody more combative there than we've ever seen at any celebration we've attended. That's very weird.
I'm just glad he knew what the expanded universe was. I was like, good for you.
Well, did he though? Did he actually?
He said, because I don't like your shirt. And I said, I don't like your face. I can't believe a Disney character, a Disney person. Well, they're called characters, aren't they?
Yes.
Cast members.
Cast members, excuse me. I can't believe a cast member even said that to me, but I'm glad. I was like, oh.
But does he know? Huh? Does he know the expanded universe or the perception on the internet of the expanded universe?
Now, this is very early back in the day when we were doing just Rebel raids, and that was
okay. Yeah, that's perception then. Probably.
And, he's definitely one of those. The Thrawn trilogy is the best Star Wars trilogy out there. Maybe one day I'll read it.
Maybe one day. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is very valid. This is a valid question.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't on the ride. He was running the ride. It was the Disney cast member who said that, Scott. It was the Disney's cast member. And I was like,
even worse. Dude, theoretically, you're in the expanded universe right now. You're a part of it and you don't like it.
I was like, dude, what do you do? Because I said, this is EU. You should be proud. It's here. I remember just telling back, I was laughing about it. I was like, I can't believe someone commented on my shirt, a cast member, and negatively. My sister worked for Disney for a while and was really, they ingrained that you have to be nice at all times. Just randomly, just name out a game. Just say Tornado Rex. There you go.
Yeah, a friend of mine worked for... actually, two of them, they're twins, but they both work for Disneyland for quite a while, and they were like, die hard, like, cast members have to follow the rules and everything. And it's just like, I remember one time there was one of the cast members working at Epcot in the Canadian section, and I just got like what I thought was a Canadian beer, and he was just like telling me, he's like, it's just basically a Bud Light. I was like, oh well. She was like, you have to report him. Like, he's not supposed to ruin the magic for you and everything. I was like, it's not that big of a deal. I was like, I got beer, so
Whoa, Jamie Wirt.
Oh wow.
Maybe did you ever see Dylan come in, little Dylan come in and get a Death Star lolly? That'd be awesome, because the chances are that Dylan was there.
Probably.
Not 96. Not 97, 98.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I ever. I didn't go to Disneyland until we had moved away from California.
It was the fireworks.
Why? Hold on, let's move away from this place so it makes it more inconvenient to go visit.
Because we moved to Orlando, so there was Disney World, and then they're like, oh, and then my parents were like, no, this isn't the real. We'll show you the real Disneyland back when we're back home again.
Wow, that is incredible. No, my sister worked there for a year or two, I can't remember, and I was the only one. My parents dropped her off there, and then they picked her up when she finally left. But she was there for a while. I was the only one that visited her when she was down there, because it was free tickets.
Yeah.
Free tickets. I was like,
nobody else took advantage of that?
They were like, I'm not going to go down there. I said, it's free.
Yeah.
Hotel's not. Hotel's half off. I think was half off. But I was like, that's a great deal. It was still too expensive. I was like, I'm going to go. So we went.
Do they still do the early entry for those staying at the hotels or the Grand California?
They used to. I don't know if they do anymore.
Because that was awesome when we did that. That was we made in my opinion, a mistake as a family. One year we actually celebrated Christmas at Disneyland. It took me 15 minutes to get from the entrance to Tomorrowland's entrance, just walking straight through a crowd. And I was trying to go quick. 15 minutes. I was like, nope, I'm out. We're done.
Hey, John's cousin quirked at Disneyland restaurant.
Wow.
And you know, quirking is kind of like working, but it's a quirky kind of work. So he quirked at. I know what you meant, John.
Well, wait. That would be appropriate for working at Disneyland, though, right? As at this restaurant, especially if it was like Goofy's Kitchen or something.
Yeah. Well, oh no, go ahead.
Oh well, I was just wanting to say, Matt. Jeremy just sent me a message saying, "It's like tell Matt to get me on Nightcap, Adam."
All right.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry. He probably emailed me. I mean, he probably texted me, and I didn't pull up my phone because it's rude.
Jeremy almost forced me to read Aftermath.
See, I want Jeremy to get on here because
That would have been very sad.
Dylan's now we this is after we had finished recording. I said, Dylan, do you know who that vote was? He went, who? And I went, I had to ask Jeremy. He was like, I knew I should know.
Yeah, Jeremy just said, get me on. I need to call out Dylan. So
before you tell him on, just let him know I'm currently going through a box of pennies right now. So he's going to.
I wondered what the heck you were doing.
Okay. So anyway, John, my sister were there. They are very particular. And the thing is, in the auditorium on their, what's it called? When they're, do I wear a sleeping cap? No.
That hair is enough of a cap. What are you talking about?
Oh, I should. My hair gets, when I'm sleeping, hold on. When
kind of like Ebenezer Scrooge or something like that.
Yeah, I know. When I fall asleep, it's like this. I'm like, and have to do that in the middle of the night. And then when I go back to, because you're in bed and you just kind of go, and look, I look like Cousin It right now. But I was like, oh, okay, hey, maybe I should do it. You know what? I thought that was a strange question, but now I look into sleeping caps.
Yeah, I know when I sleep, my hair is just, oh wait, no.
It's all right. I'm not too far behind you on that.
But anyway, during initiation, they had 2/3 of the theater stand up and they said, now by the time this is over, we're going to fire that many of you by before the year's up. And I'm like, because they said we don't play. If you I see you, hold on. Dylan's ready for you. If you do not smile, if you're not in a good mood, they can fire you. And they rule with an iron fist.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan.
Oh dear. Here we go.
Chat about contacted me on OnlyFans trying to bribe me to not vote for Ewok Battle Wagon. I also need to talk about where you wanted me to put quarters, because I'm not about that. No matter how many quarters you try to pay me.
I really should have got some popcorn.
Hello, everyone.
How's it going, Jeremy?
Oh man, I got a new job, so I'm really tired right now.
Yeah, how's it being a sexy secretary now?
Oh my god, Dylan hits me up all the time on OnlyFans because he's like, wear this pencil skirt that I got off of your Amazon wish list. I'm like, I don't have an Amazon wish list linked up. How do you know my address? It's weird. I don't know what you're telling him, Matt, but he's getting mixed signals. Yeah, you play with your quarters.
Pennies, thank you.
At least he's not compensating.
Copper. Straight copper is what that means.
Oh, no,
right
that's
now.
me. What are you talking about?
Isn't copper supposed to give you like energy? I knew a guy it keeps you balanced. The people wear those copper bracelets, I knew a kid who always wore a copper necklace. I was like, what are you doing? He said, it keeps me balanced. I said, balance from what? The force?
Dude, people who wear balance anything are just full of something.
Now I have I used to wear it all the time. I have the little remember that sports band?
I do.
Whatever. I have one. I wear it every once in a while. That's because it was fun, but I maybe it has a line of copper in it too, because I think those did. But I mean, his was just straight copper. It was like you just
when he sweats enough, it'll turn green like the Statue of Liberty.
I don't get it. So, Jeremy, you come on. We just lost half of our viewers.
That's fine.
Jeremy logged in with all his alt accounts.
I know. You mean Dylan's alt accounts he gives me?
I'm fine with it. I don't care. Look at me. We lost another one.
Is everyone just mad at me for something?
I don't know. It's getting late. So that's probably why. I don't care.
It's not late here. It's shop.
We were just. Oh, I know. We were just talking about things. I said, well, let's get on here. Let's do something because it'd be fun.
Yeah, a minute ago, when I told you that he was asking me to have you invite him on, he was just like, he sent me another message saying, just like, I see you looking at your phone. Like, you better tell him,
Okay, so Brian, what are we looking at here?
So this is the Republic Commando Collector's Edition that's coming out. Looks like this is the Nintendo Switch version. I thought they might have been doing one for one of the PlayStation platforms too. But I was just looking through it. There's actually a lot there, which is good since it's like 3 times the price of the normal game. But a physical edition alone was enough to get my interest. And then you get Steelbook, art pieces. That's nice.
I mean, I had the limited run Bounty Hunter and Racer Revenge.
Yeah.
And I flipped them for a good amount of money recently.
I don't doubt it. That's the thing is when these go live for pre-orders on the 16th, they're going to be sold out just like that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Johnny, that is amazing. That spiritual energy. That's probably what he said. I remember making fun of him. Had a friend who would buy rocks for $50 you could find for free. Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, I've heard of that too.
Well, to be honest, don't they do that in Arizona? Don't they go out in there and search for those quartz rocks and then sell those things?
Oh yeah, I've seen them at stores before. Definitely.
Yeah, that's insane.
And geodes are pretty popular too, I believe.
I'm sorry. I thought that Brian was going to take a fat vape, but it was a water bottle.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like me, Jeremy.
I'm like his audio's improved, and now he vapes.
Jeremy's powerful mustache.
Oh, I know. This thing brings my sex appeal up.
All American Cornbread. Every time he sends us video messages, he's like this close with yep. Hey guys, how you doing today? Like, yep, mustache. You notice my mustache?
All right. Half the time I send you a Marco Polo, I'm shaving.
Not your mustache though.
Oh, it's my face.
Adam, I'm glad you get those videos. Adam, how's it going? Just doing a little landscaping.
The other day I sent Noah Quality Autism a Marco Polo, and I was just straight peeing. Oh, there he is. He's here because he wants me to edit the podcast, our podcast Lip and Let's Discuss. But I don't feel like it because he dropped the F-bomb a couple times, and I really don't feel like editing it out.
Just curse in German. How many times do we have to tell you this?
I banned him from that. I can't carry it because it's not fair.
Jeremy, what about these allegations?
Yes, he does. I will 100% contest that.
That's obvious. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, he'll be in in a serious conversation talking with all of a sudden flush,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a freaking goblin sometimes on the Marco Polo.
Well, I mean, do your best thinking where you do your best thinking, I guess.
I've done Marco Polos, I think, post coitus. Can I say coitus on here? I just did.
Anyway,
I just wish the Marco Polos weren't from this angle, right here. I'm just like, ugh.
the only one that I get is usually he's in the car.
Oh yeah, no, that's Adam and Matthew and I. There'll be days, especially when I was a DoorDash deliverer, where we would all be Marco Poloing and driving, and which usually meant Adam would lose his train of thought about 5 times in a message. Matthew would talk about the same thing over and over again, and I'd yell at other cars. That's most days of Marco Polo.
Jeremy used to do something called can rants. Small time.
That's where the Marco Poloing from the toilet originates.
It's a habit now, huh?
He's ranting about other things. By the way, I was looking at that bookshelf. That's looking pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's all EU. I just sold all my new canon.
No wonder why it was looking so good. I mean,
Bruce sent
New
me
canon got put on the gray shelf, and it was at the bottom, so you couldn't see it past my bed.
Jeremy, Bruce sent me a picture of the High Republic cover and said, "I'm done."
I don't blame him.
He's been collecting and reading the new Star Wars for ever since the beginning. He's been adamant about it. It's like it's not that bad, but he's out.
He got through Aftermath, the Padme books, and that was what broke. That was the straw that broke the
Padme books. There's still one more coming out called
he loved the ones he loved best was is it Rising Stars, Falling Stars? I don't
Lost Stars.
Lost Stars, sorry. He liked that one. He liked the Zone book.
Why?
He liked I'm just saying, he liked Battlefront.
Which one? The
I
first
don't is there a novel?
Yeah, there's 2 novels. The second
okay,
one,
I don't know which one.
If you want to know what happened to Lux Von Terrier from Clone Wars, Ahsoka's boyfriend that they never fleshed out or bothered with in that show, that's the only thing worth reading of that. And even then, it was just like, oh, that's stupid.
I mean, he is in that part of California.
I am. Oh, dude, I didn't get to tell you guys how I almost got shot Sunday. That legit happened.
Wait, what is it?
Wow.
What is this, Johnny? What is it you speak of?
Oh, I've heard about that.
I haven't heard of it. I don't keep up with it. What is that?
Apparently, like I haven't read too much about it. I just heard about it. Like apparently they're making like a show where Brie Larson's character, she's playing a Jedi who's supposed to be like more powerful than Luke or Darth Vader.
Dude, can I just say Brie Larson suffers from M. Night Shyamalan syndrome, where her best role was like her first role, and she's just sucked ever since. Room's a solid movie. I'll give her credit there. Her acting's superb in that. She's literally terrible in everything else she's done.
Actually, that's what we're talking about. That's my buddy Bruce said he's done. He checked out after that. He's been supporting the new canon.
Most of you probably missed this because Matt opened the chat with it, but he asked if there were any in like he asked if there were any before, and I'm just like, I mean, technically the Hutts.
No, the Hutts in new canon are they have sex now.
Well, so you're telling us they took an entire species out then that did that. Oh,
yeah,
that's inclusive.
No, that was Pablo Hidalgo's first thing with the new canon. He legit made like a tweet saying that, yeah, Jabba is definitely a man. And it's like, okay, can you explain Stinky then?
Yeah.
You put even more holes in your terrible.
Oh, that one Hutt that was next to him at the Boonty Classic in Phantom Menace. That was his wife, I guess.
Okay, who is that Hutt in the EU? I don't remember.
It's not Durga, I don't think, because Durga's on the.
I missed it. What was it? The one that switched?
No. In Phantom Menace on the Boonty Classic, there's another Hutt standing next to
Durga,
Jabba.
right? Isn't that Durga? No,
it's not Durga.
No, it's Gorba. It's a G.
Gardula?
Is it Gardula?
Is that right?
Durga's it.
Gardula's the one.
It's not Durga. It's Gardula, right?
Gardula's mentioned in the movie. Gardula owned them as slaves at some point, right?
Yeah. So I think that makes sense because Durga's a part of a different Hutt clan than Jabba is.
I thought it was
Gardula. It is Gardula.
Okay, then Scott, can you answer this? Is Gardula the hut that Boba Fett's working for in the Fat Lady Sings one shot? They haven't reprinted this, so I haven't been able to just look and figure that out.
I
thought it
don't
was-
know. I mean, it's in my closet, but I really regret not getting the digital download from Dark Horse. Even though I had them all, I should have swung that money because it'd be so easy to pull it up right now. Bruce pulls it up on his app and looks at things. I'm like, oh.
Do you guys ever get that when like you're like, wait, was this thing, or this thing? And then you're just like, do I go to my bookshelf and I try to look for it there, or do I just look it up online? Like, which of these two things would be faster?
No,
You ever have-
You know what? I rarely use Wikipedia in my EU reviews. I rarely use them. They are so terrible.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Well, I'm just saying for the small stuff, I have to look it back up.
The KOTOR game's really fun. Like, I was replying to that, guys.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was it this that you were looking for?
Oh, that is heresy. Yeah. Here you go. My wife thinks that is super cute.
What? I didn't even know this was a thing until you.
She said, "Is that Amanda?" She asked it because Baby Yoda's okay, but she saw that. I don't know how she found it, but she said that is cute. Is that in the? She would watch it if it had Baby Jar Jar.
That looks like a fleshlight.
I was about to say that looks like a frog with wings.
That's the weirdest fleshlight
Why are
since
their ears so?
the weird dinosaur toy he has that you can put the action figures in the mouth.
Gardula
Gardula
is Gardula isn't in it, but they're mentioned in the Han Solo trilogy. The AC Kirsten one. I just finished book 2 of that, so I refreshed my mind.
You read a Star Wars book?
I
Zero
know.
is creepy.
Yeah.
Zero was definitely a little creepy.
Filoni's Clone Wars when you had the Scarface hut and the Godfather hut,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and for some reason Zero can speak Basic.
Well, it's like the thing with the huts is they can speak Basic, but they choose not to because it's like beneath them. So what is it like? Why is there a high-ranking hut that like speaks Basic, like openly,
Children.
and speaks
It's like
Basic to other huts?
Can Rhodians speak Basic? Because they do in Filoni's Clone Wars and in nothing else.
It's Gorga in Fat Lady Swings.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if they can speak Basic pre-TCW.
Okay.
But,
Speaking
but,
of,
but he's fluent in bocce.
Speaking of Jar Jar, I read the novelization to the Phantom Menace,
Jar Jar.
and it was they were horrible to him. Like they expand on like how much the Gungans really hate Jar Jar.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Like when they promote him to general, like they tell him like, yeah, we hope that you'll die in battle. So
Where is this?
It's
The
in
Phantom
Terry
Men-
Brooks' novel.
the Phantom Menace novelization.
Oh gosh, I don't remember that. That's funny.
You know what's one of the better parts of Terry Brooks' novel? All of the like Anakin player moves on Padme.
Oh yeah.
Chuckles, and because I kept imagining Jake Lloyd's terrible acting trying to.
oh yeah. When he says, "I'm gonna marry you," like when they first like meet.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, that's cute," not like, "Oh, that's really weird." Then again, it was 9, so
Yeah, I do too, Johnny. When not every alien speaks English. Lego games in general usually tend to be good.
Yeah, the Lego Star Wars games can be pretty fun.
I have not played the Lego Star Wars games.
It's been a long time
My
since I played one.
nephews did. Come on.
Dylan, have you played any of those?
The Lego Star Wars games?
Yeah.
Yes, I played the original one, the original trilogy, and then I still own the complete saga.
Yeah, I think I played the original one. Did that one have episode 1 in it? Because I do remember playing
Yes.
around in episode 1.
yeah. I just finished the Clone Wars, Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars, about a year ago, and it was pretty solid.
Okay.
You just got to add that, like,
Padme's like Anakin's like, no, I'm just gonna get a part. I'll be right back. And then Christina goes, hi, Padme, have a seat.
I mean, Padme, the age gap isn't nearly as bad as it looks in Phantom Menace. Padme is 14. It's still like, but it's not as bad as it looks.
Have you ever heard of Shungite?
I don't think you can talk about that here.
Don't know what that means. Okay, so that's funny. All right, so is there a Godzilla Kong paperback? Not of the new movie, but of the older movie? Or was there ever a... No?
Well,
I asked these guys because they're part of a group that they review paperback movies, which is a really good series.
Thank you.
thank you.
And it's a lot of fun. I wish I could join, but I don't read those books. But I love hearing about how the books differ from the movies because I'll be honest, I'm shocked every time. I'm shocked every time about the difference.
Oh, yeah. When we talk about Ghostbusters coming up, that's going to be a fun one to discuss.
Hold on,
Original or the new one?
But
I think hold on one second. I think there's a book, but let me look for a second.
look at this guy. Adam, I will say this. When we Marco Polo, Adam has the best luck at finding movie novelizations.
Oh, man, he tracks them down.
Oh, yeah. You should. We have these spreadsheets on Google Doc, and he and Matthew, the Geeks Addict, are back to back, like neck and neck on. I think they have like close to 150 novelizations. I only have 40. You cannot find novelizations around here.
I'm releasing an article about it on EU.com next week. I'm a little behind because we had to do the tournament this month, but I do have an article coming out about it. I think it's really cool. By the way, submit your article ideas at contact@theexpandeduniverse.com.
Mm-hmm.
We have openings to fill in April, because Dylan refuses to write anything.
Yeah. I'm willing to ghostwrite things for you guys.
He's going to ghost you when you ask him to write things for you. It's more like it.
Okay, never mind. There is not a book of it. No.
It's just like, remember when we were trying to find the a novelization for Ninja Turtles 2?
There is a novelization for Ninja Turtles 2.
Is there?
Yeah, it's a Scholastic one though.
No, I mean, you thought there was like an adult one.
Oh, yeah, no, there's not.
Or was that Matthew who thought he saw it, but it was actually just a VHS cover and it was a scam on eBay?
I think so, yeah. That sounds familiar.
Well, I'll be honest. I was a fan. We're going to talk Kong Godzilla here. I haven't watched it yet. I've watched maybe hold on. I'll tell you how much I've watched of it. Because I don't watch movies maybe the first 30 minutes, okay? I can't sit down and watch a movie anymore all the way through. Usually, it just doesn't hold my interest. Not that Godzilla King Kong is not holding my interest. I'm just saying, right now, when you make it about humans I don't care about, it's easy for me to pause. But I'm not going to do any spoilers for that one because I really don't have any to give. But for the original one, I loved that one as a kid. I watched that one all the time.
I actually just watched that like 5 minutes ago when you messaged me.
I watched it recently. It sucks. But the ending is a lot of fun. Where they're fighting in the costumes.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So have you seen? Now you can't give spoilers. You can't give Kong Godzilla spoilers. Have you seen? Did you see the original one, the old one?
Oh yeah, I've watched all of them. I'm probably one of the few Godzilla fans that likes Baby Godzilla. Gets no love. No love. I like all of the originals, but yeah.
Whoa, Son of Godzilla, huh? Was that what the movie was called?
yeah.
Yes.
Adam, is there a book for that too?
No.
I was gonna say, is it? I don't.
But I do know what you're talking about. I like the fighting scenes, like especially like when you can clearly tell they're puppets in a distance. Like you're like,
No, I love it when the guys in costumes, and at the end of Godzilla King Kong, they're like, I'm like, this is awesome. No, and there's one, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Godzilla versus Pick a Monster. He gets up on his tail and then rides his tail.
Oh, Megalon.
And does those kicks.
I just saw that.
It looks like an old Mighty Morphin Power Ranger episode. Yeah. It's great.
Dude,
It is. In fact, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers should have fought Godzilla.
They should have done that.
That would be a good matchup.
Now, I want to get back on the topic of Godzilla. Hold on just a moment. Yes, I'd love to. That idea's been kicked around. Hello. The characters are the biggest thing.
Yeah. Great.
That's why, and we'll go back to monster movies here. That's why Godzilla 1990, what is it, 997, the Matthew Broderick is the best one. Because that's the only time I actually care about the characters.
Oh, and everyone's a comic relief character?
Yeah, I bet it's fun.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, the 2014 Godzilla is the worst Godzilla movie I've ever seen.
Was that the last one to come out?
No, that was King of the Monsters.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
okay.
I still have not watched.
Was that the one? The 2014? Was that with Bryan Cranston?
I
Yeah,
just did a review of that novelization on my channel.
It's yes, you did. Yes, you did. That's the one you did. And the 2017 one, I'm guessing the characters from 2017 are back in this movie because it says, "Dad, remember Godzilla saved us."
Yeah.
And I don't remember them. So, but I hated the 2017 Godzilla because, Matt, the fight scenes were awesome. Yes, but did you care about anything? I even wait. Did I? No, I started doing other things when it was the human characters.
that novelization was so tedious to get through.
Our very first episode.
Yeah, I blame you still for that.
Let me ask this. So it's not to someone's gonna spoil Kong Godzilla. So I'm kidding. So let me ask you this: have you seen the Snyder Cut, and what do you think, Adam?
Yes, I have. I actually really much enjoyed it.
Okay. No, I'm kidding. Keep going, Adam.
No, I enjoyed it.
That was inevitable.
There was like some trippy moments in it, like especially in the beginning, but like I was worried I would like lose interest in it, but I never did. I thought it was really fun to watch. So
Yeah. Sure, I'd like to see King Kong Godzilla's trash any series.
But Matt, you mentioned like you wanted to see Godzilla fighting the Power Rangers. Well, there's a film company. It's called Bat in the Sun. They do like simulated battles. They actually
I know
do.
them.
Yeah, they did Godzilla versus the Dragon Zord.
Oh, shut up! I haven't looked. I've checked his channel here and there. Like the last Batman movie he did, I watched it. It was good. He just has the youngest actors play older characters, and it just doesn't gel well. He's talented. Has anyone seen that? Batman, what's it called?
Dying is Easy.
Dying is Easy.
Yeah, it was good. I liked
It was
it.
decent. It was decent. All right. So, Bernardo, have you seen the Snyder Cut?
So I'm gonna preface this part first. I was never in my life gonna watch a longer version of a crappy movie. I don't care if he decided to leave the movie and have someone else finish it. Go back and redo his shots for a terrible story. I'm not gonna watch. I refuse. I hear that it was better, but like, is that good though? To me, it's a waste. It's a very long movie. I already don't have that amount of patience. I'm not gonna go back and watch the same version again.
Look at Johnny with the hot take. Wow.
I was about to say, and you booted me.
Ban.
Wow. Look at this.
I'll stick to the cartoons, guys.
I will say the cartoons are great.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
But
That's interesting.
about the Snyder Cut, like you can clearly tell which was Joss Whedon and which was not, and they completely got rid of everything that was
Right.
yeah. So that's what made it like 100 times better. So
Now,
I hope. I really do. I personally, I can't do it anymore. I personally, I already don't really like superhero movies that much unless it's DC, and even that, I'm still a little worried about watching without hearing like the reviews. But I'm real critical with superhero movies, man. It is hard.
what about you, Jeremy? Have you seen the Snyder Cut?
Rather watch the director's cut of Elektra than do that. I literally, Zack Snyder is the second worst director ever. I actually, I'll take that back. He's the third worst because Uwe.
Whoa, Jeremy! Before you start, I just want to say, we don't associate with Stupid Chainsaw Productions. This Nightcap is about unity and not hate. We just can't hate. Okay, Jeremy, go ahead.
The first two, you can't cut them off.
Do you want me to go to my bathroom? I can if you want. I'll send you the No, I'm not a Zack Snyder fan, obviously. I don't think anything could be worse than Sucker Punch because you can't make a worse. Actually, I don't know. What if Sucker Punch was 4 hours? That might be the worst thing ever made.
It felt like it.
It felt like I was there for 2 weeks in the theater. But no, I'm not. No, I don't. Why would I do that to myself, Matt? I was laughing at you for you sitting through it.
Yeah, I had to because
you don't have to. I tell this to Matthew when he's talking about reading new canon and complaining about it.
I'll be honest. Zack Snyder movies I love is 300 and Dawn of the Dead.
Well, okay, Dawn of the Dead was made by producers. That is the least Zack Snyder film that is ever Zack Snyder.
Right, and that's why it's the best.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree on that.
I'll say that. Give this to you, Matt. I would rather watch 300 than ever read the comic 300. I don't like the comic at all. It's not my thing to just watch a bunch of naked people fight.
You know what? I agree with that. Yeah. I didn't enjoy the comic book that much either. I enjoyed the movie way more. Yeah. I remember reading the comic book before the movie came out and thinking, how are they going to make a movie about this? This is like 2 minutes long.
Yeah. Did he direct the second 300?
I don't know, but you know what? Rewatching it, it's not bad.
It's not good, but it's fine.
No, it's fine. At first, I used to think, oh, it's not as good. And then I was about 4 or 5 years ago, I watched them again. I thought, oh, this isn't that bad. It's all right. It's not as good as the first one, but it's good. I don't think he did that one, though.
It feels like, if it isn't, it's the most Zack Snyder-y film that he's never made.
I think my favorite thing about the second 300 one is they make it so obvious that they couldn't get Gerard Butler back for like the Leonidas stuff, but they still try to have him in the movie, and it's like you could just tell it's not him, and they're doing everything they can short of actually showing him.
I can't blame him for not wanting to do that. It was insane what they did physically to get into that kind of shape for those films.
Johnny,
I mean, you could just digitally.
Well, I need to ask Johnny if he's ever had the fantasy of kicking someone in the chest and saying this is Sparta as they fall to the ground. Because that's just, I still want to. I look at people and I go, I'd love to just kick you in the chest and say this is Sparta and then walk away.
I'd love to do it at my old job to the donor.
That's what the winner of Spartacus does when our game group. He gets to kick everyone in the chest.
Okay, who lost? Okay, boom.
So Johnny, you make a great point. I hated that movie growing up because I thought it was based on the actual battle, and I'm like, wait, no, but there were like 7,000 of them, not 300 of them. And then I figured out later it's based on a comic, not the actual battle. Okay.
Yeah. Frank Miller and his craziness.
Yeah, blame Frank Miller for that. But so Bernardo has this awesome. I have the game Spartacus, one of my favorite games ever, and I think it's number 2 now on my list. I think it was that high. because it's great. Well, he has a whole coliseum, like a miniature coliseum around the board game. So when you play, it is an experience.
Gold coins,
And
they got weight to them.
metal gold coins and everything. I mean, he went all out. So that's the first thing when I break into his house that I'm stealing is his Spartacus game, and then a bunch of other things. Mark hasn't sent me the list yet, Bernardo, but I asked him to send me a wish list.
Mark, that's funny.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's got a million games. He still has to play.
Let me add now. They did make a 300 game, which I think is fun. I had to give it away because it's a 2-player game, and I just don't play 2-player games that much. It is fun. It is a fun. You can get for super cheap. But he and his roommate would play, and they needed more 2-player games. And so I said, you know what, here, go ahead and take this, man, because he enjoyed it. And I was like, you know what, go ahead and take it, because I'll be honest, I never get 2-player games because I just don't. You know, if it's going to be 2 players, it's going to be me and the missus, and she ain't playing 300. I guarantee you that.
That attitude.
Matt, do you still do board game night?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we do it. We do it. I keep inviting. I invited Dylan, but he's
Don't
such a
invite
snob.
him to do anything, Matt. That's your
He's
first
such a
mistake.
snob. He won't come over.
I know. Well, he won't even do
Whoa.
podcasts with me.
Did you offer cheese puffs?
I would. Dylan, I'll give you cheese puffs.
That's still one of my favorite moves you've ever done.
I didn't know he did a new Xerxes series, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't even bother. It's just the 300, the way he does the format, they're just boxy and weird. I just don't care for it to read it, like physically hold it and read it.
Johnny, I love Spartacus. To be honest, Bernardo bought the game before he saw the TV show.
No. Remember, I wanted the game before the TV show.
Oh, okay.
I gotta watch the show, and we talked about it. I was like, dude, I bought the game already. I couldn't even wait. I had to be ready to beat everybody up in this house. It was bad.
Adam, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, I've seen the show, but I was gonna say, like, there's like a Family Guy cutaway that kind of ruins Spartacus because it keeps like they did this cutaway like after Peter says like, yeah, I'm not good in a team or anything like that, and it shows all these people standing up saying, I'm Spartacus, and Peter's like, that guy's Spartacus, you know.
Yeah, I remember you calling me going, dude, this is good. I was like, dude, I've seen it a couple of times. I own it on DVD, Johnny. I think it's just great. It holds up. It holds up.
It is a good show. I've seen it a couple
Especially
times as
season
well.
1, man. I could
Yeah, I've
watch
seen a
season
few
1
episodes, yeah.
I read it for free and I regret it.
Hey, I found a dime in my penny rolls.
Dude, don't talk about that here. That's not appropriate. Come on. You already harassed me on my
I
own.
thought Jeremy was the one that reminded Small Time of the meth dealer. All right, anyway.
By the way, Jeremy, in case you're wondering how Dylan pays for your OnlyFans account.
Oh, I know. It's okay to just mail in coins.
So
Hey, those are pre 1982 pennies. Those are the real things, the coppers.
The ones that are actually worth more than what they were.
Actually, 82 can be copper. You have got to weigh them. The copper ones weigh 3.1
Dylan,
grams.
shut up.
The zincs weigh 2.5 grams.
You're going to make me drop an F-bomb. I'm getting sick of you.
see, he won't write an article for me for the website, but he'll sit there and talk about.
There you go, Dylan.
copper
Write
pennies.
about Star Wars currencies in the expanded universe.
What galactic credits?
Yes.
Okay.
Star Wars economy. Go for it.
So, I'm just going to say it right now. I can't write that article because I don't know what a credit is worth in equivalent to US dollars. Because every single series is inconsistent about this.
You know what you can do? You can that scene where Watto's telling Qui-Gon Jinn, he's like, credits don't work here. I need something more real. Like, you can find out what he was talking about.
Well, he's talking about he said Republic
Tweet it.
credits. Republic credits aren't worth anything. because the Outer Rim, the Huts had their own monetary system.
Oh, okay. Like I was.
I'll take that compliment. All right.
So I play. Yeah, I play. We've been playing some games, and now well, I don't know, Easter Sunday. I don't know what's Easter weekend. I don't know if I can have anyone over. I don't know if anyone would be available. But I may have my nephews over.
I'm available, Matt.
You're always welcome.
Thank you.
But we may play a few. I got one game in that I'm interested in playing.
I finally got a Battle Cry in. I still need to try that one out.
Oh, Battle Cry is so good.
The original?
It is so good. I told you, Megan wiped the floor with me. We played. I played this game with me, and she's like giving stink face. I was like, just play it. And I showed her how everything worked, and I told you, even though you think after someone gets 7, wins, you still think, wait, hold up, let's keep playing because I can win. No, the game is balanced. Say, nope. Even though you think you're going to win, you're going to lose. Unless the other person is just like on purpose throwing the game, because you are, even though you feel like you're still in a good position, you will be eventually outflanked. And
it sounded like a fun system, and I do like those strategy type games. So
it was great. It was great because Meg goes, "Do you want to keep playing?" Because she won. I said, "Well, you just won," and the game ended quick. She went, "Well, we can keep playing," and she did that and wiped the ever-loving floor with me. She flanked me and everything. I mean, it was a rout. It was a rout. Battle Cry is it's an incredible game. Bernardo, are you getting Battle Cry?
Battle Cry. I am not. I want that electronic one I showed you. It's a vintage version,
Oh yeah.
but it's not on my radar. I got
Okay. I used to play chess all the time. I used to be pretty good at it for a while. Well, I used to suck at it. Here's the thing. No one in my town knew how to play chess, so I beat them all the time. So I thought I was good. Then I played someone who knew chess. He wiped the floor with me. And I was like, oh, my gosh. And he goes, because I was bragging to him, I said, yeah, I don't lose. He went, really? Okay, let's play. And he just killed me. I was like, oh, I guess I don't really know how to play chess. And I said, well, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was just going to say, I bought my wife a Harry Potter Wizards chessboard before we played with that. So.
Nice. Is that play like chess?
I'm sorry?
Does it play like regular chess, or is there different moves?
Oh, no, it plays like regular chess.
Product placement. Nice.
Okay, anyway, I played against him. I got killed. And then I said, you know what? I need to play with you every time. We kept playing until one of our matches came to a draw. And he said, okay. And he said, I'm never playing you again. He didn't want to lose to me. I felt like the girl from Queen's Gambit. I was like, oh, my. And then I went on a winning streak for a while. And I was still good up until, oh, gosh, it was a few years ago, back before I was married. So mid to late 20s, I was still doing good. And I beat a high school chess champion. I wasn't in high school. And my buddy said, hey, he's the high school chess champion. He's so great. He can even beat me. I said, are you sure? I said, because, dude, I'm pretty good. I don't want to beat your kid. He's like, no, man, you can't beat him. He's the best. I was like, I mean, if he's a high school chess champion, yeah, bring it. I wiped the floor with him, and I felt awful afterwards. I kept wondering. I said, what is this dude doing? He's killing himself. And so I just kept setting it up and knocking him down. And it was a demoralizing victory for him. And I don't know if he continued chess after that in college, but I felt awful. I felt awful about it because I was told he was good. Now, to be honest, if you don't play it, you lose. You lose your strategies. And so it'd been like years since I'd played it. And I remember I picked up a game with someone at a flea market. He was just putting up pieces, and I moved a piece while I was talking to him. He moved a piece. I moved a piece. Now, I'll be honest. I made a bad opening move. If anyone who knows chess knows that I opened up with a stupid move, and I had to keep flying because he knew what he was doing. I didn't know that until we were 3-4 moves in. I went, "Are we doing this?" He went, "Yeah." And I went, "Okay." And I tried to scramble, but it was too late. And I took out his queen, which he said was a good move, but I think he just felt bad for me because I told him afterwards. I said, "Do you want to keep playing? Because you and I both know you have me in 6 moves." And he goes, "Well, let's just see." I said, "You know it and I know it." I said, "I'll play it though." I said, "I'll play it if you want me to." And so we did. In 6 moves, he had me because I could see it. And then the one that I lost that hurt my feelings was my nephew is getting into chess. And he wanted to play speed chess, which, the timer thing. And I'd never done that. I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I need to practice on that. I lost terribly. And I was trying to play smart. But I let the time get to me. I was thinking, "Oh my gosh, we only have 30 minutes. Dude, you just got to think. You still can think through it." But I love that challenge. So may need to be playing that. But I haven't played with him. We played chess last Christmas, 2 Christmases ago. So it's been a while. That was a long answer, but
Have you ever seen the 3D chess board games that they play on the Big Bang Theory show?
yeah, from Star
I've
Trek.
seen it.
So what?
From Star Trek, yeah.
Oh, is that from Star Trek? I didn't know.
Yeah, he and Kirk and Spock have the 3-level chess. I can't remember what it's called, but that's what it is. It's cool. I'd love to learn how to play that too. Alex, you're invited. If you want to come over, man, you can come over.
Hey, man, look, I finally got it after.
All right, hold on, just hold, let me get this. Go for it. What is it? What is that?
This is only part of it. So it's an MDF set for a serial killer kind of piece that I'm going to be playing game. Look at the full thing. It's a full subway.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
MDF. Hold up. Just so you can see the detail, because this is different because they use stickers and stuff too. Like special stickers for it. So
Oh, wow.
you have those little details.
Holy cow.
That's crazy. It must take up a decent amount of space.
Oh, this thing's gonna be ridiculously big. I had
Build
business buying it, but I'm excited to build it and spend about 6 hours probably building it. Realistically, 4 at least, because I'll have to glue it. And, yeah.
Wait, do you want to show you guys a roll?
Oh,
Okay.
See
That's
that.
really awesome, Bernardo. So where am I with Babylon 5? I finished it, Alex. I'm going to re-review it on Prince of the Universe. I thought it was great. It's better and worse than I thought. That doesn't, like, certain things I thought were awesome weren't. Things I forgot about were awesome. It was a nice thing to rewatch again.
Matt, let me ask you this, pre-discussion.
Yeah.
What did you think of the effects?
The Essential Guide to the Force. Yeah, I didn't, because in between I think I mentioned this in Mara Jade's funeral, was discussed in more detail in the Force Guide to the Force, but it's too I don't know. It was a little too much. The guides, if you remember, I did a review a long time ago called Your Guide to Guides, and basically that was the review for everything, because I didn't want to go through all those.
By the way, Noah loves that scene of Mara's funeral. If you want to get Noah started on like just really pouring out something he absolutely loves, it's that Mara funeral scene. One of the best, in his opinion. One of the best.
Noah, Quality Autism, loves Legacy of the Force. It's his favorite series.
Yeah,
I'm sure it is. I'm sure you guys are trolling him right now. But hold on. Bernardo, question here. Did you back Everdell Ultimate Collection? You did.
I'm gonna sell mine, but yeah, I did.
Okay. We both backed the new Zombies game too.
Ooh.
Bernardo and I did. We're going to have cards made of ourselves. And you know what, Bernardo? I would ask Carrie if we can all be on the card. And then you have the other 2 guys, since I paid my money, you have the other 2 guys mail you 50 pounds in the mail or something.
I want a 50-pound note. That's what I want.
But lately, I backed the new Zombies expansion today. and that's the newest one. Beside that, there's been nothing this year that's caught my fancy. Even though, hint, hint, I'll be getting X-Men United.
Hmm.
I actually found Indiana Jones book the other day that it's about zombies. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Steve Perry one.
Wait, hold on. Let me get that. Yeah, that's the Army of the Dead. Yeah, that was the last one to come out, wasn't it?
I think so.
It's the one that no one seems to really like. They
really?
don't like Steve Perry writing Indiana Jones.
Oh, Matt, you'll appreciate. I actually found that at a Books A Million of all places. Like I didn't know they had one here in Oklahoma.
I'm
Bernardo?
terrible for this. Do they have?
Half-baked.
The books came before the movie. This is my ignorance.
No, it's like it's kind of like Star Wars. Like they had the movies, and then Indiana Jones has his own like expanded universe.
Yeah, the Indiana Jones novels were made by Bantam around the same time. They did the Star Wars Thrawn trilogy. Zahn did
Which
that.
I have them all now.
How many?
Yeah, I know. But the Indiana Jones novels never really took off, so they kind of abandoned them after a while.
Well, Salami, what's your favorite Ben and Jerry's ice cream? I've never played Viking chess. Let me just try to catch up with some of those. A lot of conversations
This is
in
my
here.
favorite.
Newt
Can't be
Gunry. What's it called?
milk and cookies.
Hello, Miss Martin. Miss Martin, I think we're going to be on a stream next week. I think you and I are streaming together. I think your name was mentioned to me. Oh, dude, it's done. It's a done thing. That should be next week, right, Alex? Oh wow, I'm behind in the comments here. Please. I didn't realize that. Okay, here it is. Way ahead of you. He's on season 5. Well, that's not. I mean, wait, you're
not that bad.
pretty through there. Yes, they are. Londo and Jakar are the best. They steal the show. In fact, the last 2 seasons, they're the only thing you care about, really. I didn't realize that.
Oh dear.
Oh, shut up! Guide to Guides. That's an early one I did a long time ago.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones, I believe.
Of the reviews, probably so. I think so.
Yeah, I think you might have done the RPG ones first, and then you did guides, and then you did Dawn of the Jedi. I think that's how it was.
Yeah, but there was some time between the two because I remember, Matt, I didn't know you. Well, I knew of you when you did Guide to Guides, but we had met right around the time, right before you did Dawn of the Jedi and started Matt's Expanded Universe. But I think there was like a few months between.
So I was counting this. I think I was Ryan Kennel's 6th video he ever put on his channel.
And now he just sent you $5 to buy $5 more worth of his merchandise.
I do. I own 2 RK Outfit, and I love those things, man. I don't have many sleeveless tees, and so I love wearing them to the gym. So, and I got 2. So I'm wearing them to the gym, and I wish I would have gotten different colors is the only thing. Wish we got different colors, but I love wearing them because it's great when I'm on the treadmill and the elliptical and everything. Really is. Hello?
Dawn of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm about to review Dawn of the Jedi, the comics.
Hold on, let me get my battery charger.
So I have a bit of a question in regards to Dawn of the Jedi because I really struggled through that book. But has anybody here actually listened to the audiobook for it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
Is it good?
January LaVoy's best performance. It's not the great. January LaVoy's okay, but it's one of her. I think it's her best. I like Into the Void. That's like common knowledge. Noah, Quality Autism, and I love that book. I love that whole era. I am almost done with Force War right now, and it's kind of sad that we didn't get another 3 comic arcs between Prisoner of Bogan and Force War.
Yeah, it's super rushed, and it's like it's not their fault, but it's just super rushed.
Yeah, it's just upsetting. It's nice that John Ostrander knew what he was going to do to end it. Also, adding in Flesh Raiders is pretty solid.
And and also on the Dawn of the Jedi thing, because I told Brian this a couple days ago, but if for whatever reason you want to read Dawn of the Jedi and you're like, oh, people keep saying it's bad, it's like, give it a shot, but please don't actually read the book. Listen to the audiobook. It is so much better. The audiobook makes it abundantly clear when you're in a flashback or not.
I agree, because like I started reading it a few years ago and I'm just like, yeah, it was boring. And then I listened to the audiobook and I was able to finish it that way. So yeah, I totally agree.
I think it's a fine book, but it shouldn't be your first EU book.
Yes.
You will hate the EU. It's like I think of it as like an EU book when you're like, okay, I've read all these Zahn books. I know how these flow. I want something a little different, but I've already read Death Troopers, which is what my immediate reaction is like. You want something a little spicy.
I was about to say my first EU book was Shadows of the Empire. So.
Cody, we did talk about that.
When you realize you're in too deep.
Everyone check out Ryan. He's going to be on some small channel next week. Oh, it's mine. On a more civilized age.
Wait, he's hanging out with the peons now?
Nah, I'm proud of him. He's done really good.
He works hard at it.
He does, man.
But yeah.
Well, that's good. I might give it a shot then, because I really struggled with that book. It was really tough. But give me an audiobook, maybe.
I want
just for 0 issue. Wow. Is it that hard to find?
I don't know. It was collected in the first Dawn of the Jedi volume, like the Force Storm paperback, I think. I don't know.
I found Jeremy a book that apparently was hard to find. What was the Cross Current?
Yeah, I could not find Cross Current anywhere by Paul S. Kemp. But then again, I couldn't find Riptide either. I think you found both of those for me.
I did.
Because Adam finds just about everything. But Brian, I wanted to point out like a continuity error if you're reading through the Dawn of the Jedi stuff. There's a war that I think it's the Despot War. In Into the Void, Tim Levin says that it happened 10 years prior to those events. But in John Ostrander's comic series, they say it's 12. And I would just go with what John Ostrander said, because he wrote more of it.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to go back
and that's a contradiction. And the reason that's a contradiction is because the comics happened after the novel.
Yes.
Ryan, if you're still watching, Bruce sent me a text from my podcast. Bruce sent me. He reads all the new canon. And he sent me a text with that High Republic cover you reviewed. And he goes, I'm done. So he's not going to read any more new canon, I don't think, after that.
Man,
so,
the new canon's just fascinating to me right now. And just Disney's approach compared to, you said it not in your last Matt's Expanded Universe video, but the one before, Matt, where you were like, when the fans were upset about Legacy, which I didn't realize that you were against Legacy when it came out, because I was really for it. I was younger, and like I had already, by the time I was into Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, had existed for a while. So it's interesting that now Lucasfilm would never do what they did with like 10 years prior.
Yeah, the with Legacy, that's why I want to do the review, because the zero review, because I have a lot to say, because I was one. I'll be honest. I'm honest. I was the negative. I was one of the negative fans who was like, no, don't do this. This is a terrible idea. Please don't do this. It looks terrible. I was not impressed with Zero either. You know, Zero is just setting up the world. Yeah. It's not really a story. It's just setting up the world. And I thought, I looked at everything going, this is going to suck. This is going to suck. This is a terrible idea.
I missed issue 0 and issue 1. I started with issue 2 on that.
Wow.
Did they actually have an Epic collection for that yet? Because I did not read
Yes.
those comics.
Yes.
There are 3 Legacy Epic collections. So
I think
far.
they're all out at this point.
So
Hey, now-
this is my opinion on the Epic collections. Don't buy them physically because they're way overpriced. Buy them digitally. I'm in fact the ones I have up there. I'm thinking of selling so I can just buy them all digitally because it's such a pain to because the Old Republic ones, which is the KOTOR ones, go for $100 to $150 a piece.
Easy way to make money.
Yeah, I was
Now-
trying to find the hardcover to Dark Empire, like where it's like all 3 in 1, like hardcover.
yeah.
It's like over like $150.
Have I ever, Adam? Have I ever told you how I used to have that back when I had my first collection before the campfire happened? I found that in a comic book shop, and they sold it to me for cover price, and it was the first printing of that hardcover.
Nice.
So I only paid something like $25 for it.
So if you see one in the wild, buy it and then sell it on eBay later.
All right. So
reasonable price.
with the everyone's wanting me to end my series on episode 500, which is not going to happen. It's not going to unless I was to. The only way I'm going to get to 500 if I go back through some of my reviews, the stuff I missed and had to put 0.5 by it or point, if I went through and did a bunch of those half episodes and then kind of, edit all the videos.
Matt,
that-
I'm trying to think. Oh, sorry.
No, taking out those half episodes. I wouldn't have to take out that many, maybe 5 or 6. But that'd be a lot of work. But I thought about relabeling them to get to 500. That'd be nice because right now I don't know for sure, but I'm going to end in the 490s, the low 490s. I think.
I have an idea. An idea, and you're probably not going to like it. Review Infinity's material and just crap on it, like. Because I know people want you to review like the Infinity trilogy.
I don't want to do that.
So I got an EU question for y'all.
Yeah.
Is there a definitive order, story-wise, for that expanded universe?
Yeah.
No.
Not exactly, no.
Because it sounds like it's going
Oh, really?
everywhere. Y'all literally told me a bunch of different stuff. Like, is there a possible way to create an order? for the
So
story?
there's a few schools of thought on this. There's
That's a
the
great deal,
chronological
Ryan.
order school of thought, but that's a very bad idea because if you go by what's first in the timeline, a lot of the weaker stuff is at the beginning of the timeline, like quality wise. So that's kind of a bad way to going about it. I know Chris has actually recommended to go in publication order. That might be a little bit of a better one.
That would be a little funky too, because you're going to start.
You're going to be jumping a lot of eras, but what he says is like every expanded universe book is built off what came before it.
Yeah.
So if you go by publication order, you'll get it more. I guess is a good way of putting it.
Is there anything that builds off of the movies, like kind of finishes right off of that?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of that. But
Yeah.
This is right off the
The
movie.
thing is, with the reviews and everything, what I thought I could do is maybe just relabel a lot of my episodes, just a few of my episodes. It'd take a lot of time, but take away some of those half episodes, move it one spot, and then move everything down one.
But Matt, my thing with that is I love that you do like the point something. Like I think
That's when I forget, or when I don't have something, I newly discover it, or I forgot about it. Then I'll do a 0.5.
I love that you're doing like the Hungarian Han Solo stuff. First of all, I'm so thankful that that's finally being
I love
translated. I mean, we've been trying to figure. I remember Matt calls me up one day. He's like, "Hey, do you speak Hungarian?"
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, we all had
We
that
found
similar
out-
conversation.
We found out about that. Just so the chat knows, we found out about that, 2013, 2014? About
Yeah, I think it was before Force Awakens came out. But like, I just think it's fun to do that. And like the thing is, like Matt, if you think of the original Star Wars comic series, it ended on 107. You know, like, well, now 108, but like, it doesn't matter so much as long as you get your story out.
Okay, so Ryan Kennel said he got his hardcover for $25, and I was curious to check to see how much it's going for on eBay. Dark Empire, the cheapest is $200.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's been like that for years because they've only printed that way twice.
We talked about visiting people's places and what I would walk away with. Brian already knows that his Queen's Gambit would be gone.
Let me put it this way: the game is worth less than the security system that's guarding it now.
And Bernardo, the funny thing is, Bernardo wouldn't even realize he was losing anything. And I would take a whole truck full, and he still wouldn't notice it.
It'd be with all the other Shelf of Shame games.
He thinks, wow, I have some more space. Time to get more games. And for Ryan, I would basically raid his baseball.
Oh yeah, you were practically salivating over that.
I really am impressed by that. I mean, he goes, for people who don't know, he goes by, and this is something you don't know. He goes he contributes to Sports Wars, and I only watch it when he does baseball, and I think he's the only one that does baseball, which I really appreciate. But he goes to he went to spring training a lot and got a lot of autographs. He has a lot of autograph stuff. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. I absolutely love it. From Noah, okay.
Are you guys actually having trouble translating it? Because there's an easy way to do that.
Well, no, we finally, I say we, Joe finally found a translator, and they're getting translated now. The first one got translated. I looked over it. I thought it was pretty decent. I'm looking forward to the next ones getting translated. There's some also German Ewok stories that are coming out. Of course, I'm excited about those too. So, and then of course he's going to give me an early copy of his book when it gets out because he wants me to review it, and I definitely will. Definitely will.
Matt, I thought of another video you could do. You could review your fanfic of Return to Endor.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't find that now.
I was really depressed about that the other day.
We used to read it during the opening of Prince of the Universe. We'd read a chapter and I'd laugh. And after that series, I don't know where I put it. I've always thought it was right here, right behind me, stuck on the shelf. But it's, whoa!
Well, that's
anyway, it's not there, and I don't know where it is now. I was like, oh no. Now I did hear about Lindor. I won't talk too much about baseball, but I could. Who was the Met who told him pay him the money? He's worth it. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I still don't see the Mets. If the Mets made the playoffs this year, I'd be ecstatic. I just don't see it. I'm a big Mets fan. If you want to know, I just don't see him going. I just don't see him going to the playoffs. Dylan, does this make a big deal?
Maybe. It's the tough thing is like the division is like. I mean, Miami's going to kind of falter, but you still got Washington who's around, and obviously there's
Atlanta
and the Braves.
Good.
Yeah,
I just don't see us getting in because of that. I just don't. I want to, but I don't think that makes a big difference. I'm happy we did it. All right, let me stop talking about baseball because I'm going to lose everyone.
You're already losing me. Except I keep staring at Dylan's urine-colored couch.
Oh, yes, the classic.
Alonzo, that's who it was.
I was about to say, I love baseball, so.
Dylan, your couch just looks.
I agree with that too. I think we should stay away. The Mets have dug themselves holes before, signing those big deals. We did it again. I know why we did it. Steve Cohen wants to put his money where his mouth is, and I agree with that. I see the, I guess, science behind it. But the one person that they need to sign, that they just want,
Derek Jeter.
Nope. Bartola Colon. One more season. He'll retire with the Mets, he said. He's still on our payroll. Aren't we still paying him like $3 million a year? Isn't that what I can't remember. We're paying him we're paying him still today, I think. I don't think his contract's done. Bobby Bonilla. What a bust that was. But don't we pay him maybe it's not $3 million, maybe it's $1 million a year or something. For 30 years or something. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing for him? I don't know. I can't remember. He has a insane deal.
I'll sit on the bench for $30 million.
I would love that, but you forgot there's the Nationals in that division.
The Nationals aren't going away, and the Marlins are going to be a little bit worse, and the Phillies are obviously rebuilding, but it's still a tough division.
$2 million until the year 2030. Yeah, my brother Ryan still laughs at that. He calls it Bobby Bonilla Day. He knows the day they cut the check to Bobby Bonilla, and he sends me I know. He said, "Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. You guys just sent $2 more million to him."
This is kind of baseball. I forget who it was, but it was a guy on the '80s Oakland teams that won all those World Series and all that. But apparently, they had written him. The Oakland A's had written him a check for $1 million in one check, and after a few days, they were checking their bank receipts and they hadn't been been charged the $1 million. So they called him up and it's like, "Hey, did you cash that check? Because it's $1 million." And they're just like, "Does someone have the $1 million check or whatnot?" And he said, "No, I framed it."
There it is.
I wish I remembered who that was.
Oh my gosh. It's because the Marlins don't care about baseball. That's because Florida doesn't care about baseball. Florida as an entire state should be embarrassed. They have 2 teams. The Rays are not bad at all. And I die to have them closer around me, but shoot.
Florida should be embarrassed because it exists.
If Florida man was a team, they'd never lose.
The Rays that pulled their ace pitcher in an elimination game of the World Series because the other order is coming around 3 times, and then doesn't even bother trying to sign him in the offseason.
Okay, so let me ask this. Changing the subject, guys. Sports of my life. Yeah, we're going to change the subject. We're going back to the movies. That's true, I guess. All right. Is there, when it comes to baseball, yes. Is there a movie that may be coming out this year that you're excited about? I mean, was it the Snyder Cut? Is it Kong, Godzilla? Is there something else later on that's for sure? What?
Actually,
Mortal freaking Kombat, people. Let's go.
I didn't know that about Brett Saberhagen.
I actually have one.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat, which I still haven't seen anything on.
I found the movie novelization to
the
the 90s one.
Wow,
Okay,
look at that.
Go flex.
Cool.
Isn't that the first one? Isn't the director who did the first one? Is he doing this one?
That
director?
part I don't know.
Adam, that was quick. You had that ready.
It's right here. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Adam?
Well, I mean, Godzilla versus Kong, obviously, but
That's your big one? Is that your big one?
It's either that or No Time to Die.
Adam,
I don't know No Time to Die. What is No Time to Die?
The new James Bond film.
that no one wants. No one wants that.
Who's James Bond? Is it the same guy?
Daniel Craig.
Okay, can I go on a rant here without swearing?
Can you?
I think I can because I've done this with Noah enough times, and he usually swears for me, so I'll just pretend he's with me. All right.
I still wish you luck anyway.
So my thing with Daniel Craig is this: he's fine as Bond. They just don't write him without any charm, and his movies half of them are tedious to watch, and it's mainly because they want to make these direct sequels. to like his movies that are like successful, and they turn out like garbage. And he's been Bond for 15 years now, and they've only made 5 films. And he's now too old to be Bond, and we never had for his first 2 films. He was too young to be Bond. And then from Quantum of Solace, which is awful, to Skyfall, he was never in his prime as Bond. And then he's too old. So this is movie number 3 of him being too old to be Bond. It's so frustrating. Like, can you just like give up on this reboot and just continue to die another day and forget how bad that was? And we just get another person who's younger as Bond for a while.
He's going to be doing Knives Out. He's not going to have any time. Knives Out 2 and 3 just got greenlit.
By the way, Michael, that's probably the only good thing about the trailer.
That's a whole nother issue. Is they're trying to compete with those awful Bourne
Okay,
movies.
let me ask you this: who deserves to be Bond? What actor do you place as the new Bond?
Unknown would be
an unknown.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants Henry Cavill, but I don't know if that would actually be good. But the thing with Bond is we've only had one actor playing Bond who's supposed to be the age for Bond, which was George Lazenby. They've always been like 5 years too old because Bond's supposed to be in his mid-30s in the books. So I don't know.
Adam, who plays Bond? Andrew Garfield.
What about that very popular British gentleman who I'm terrible forgetting his name? He was Doctor Who.
Oh, I can't remember.
Is it David Tennant you're thinking of?
Yes. I think
So, okay, I can attest to this because he does the audiobook for On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah,
I hate the voice he gave Bond. I absolutely hated it.
I feel like he's just a very intelligent person. I like his acting. I don't know. I feel like as an actor, he can kill that.
Yeah, but you need to have someone who's like physically capable as well, and I don't think David Tennant quite has that.
That's fair. That's fair.
For a while, there was a rumor that. Oh, go ahead. For a while, there was a rumor that they wanted Taron Egerton to play a young Bond, and I was just like, eh.
I don't know. Who was it they wanted to be Bond?
Queen Latifah.
Idris Elba. They wanted him to be.
Yeah,
Bond.
that's the one I've always heard of being.
Yeah.
No.
I also remember Michael Fassbender was going to be Bond for a while. That was the rumor.
I mean, Sam Neill was almost Bond back in the 80s.
That's true. He was. Yeah.
Gilbert Godfrey would be a good choice.
That would be wonderful. I'd watch that movie.
Shaking that stand.
We're okay. I know it's going to upset a lot of people, but we're all wrong. The next Bond is going to be Brie Larson. We all know it.
Oh God! I mean, if they have their way, there'll be a woman Bond, and that just doesn't work for the character. Because Bond's not a code name; he's a man. And this code theory thing is just dumb. They just didn't care. They just recast him like 5 times.
He's like Doctor Who.
You said about Doctor Who, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Guess what? It's a woman.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that. No Time to Die. No Time to Die looks like an emo crybaby version of Die Another Day. It has a lot of the same hallmarks.
Okay, you've gone off enough. What movie are you excited about this year?
Me?
Yes.
The Sopranos prequel.
So what?
Yeah, there's a Sopranos prequel coming out. I can't
I
remember.
didn't even know that.
Like a show.
But it's to come out this year. What's that?
Like a show?
No, like a movie.
Sure.
I didn't know that either.
It's
Brian Dillon, is there a movie?
Don't watch anything.
Yeah,
More
I
than
haven't.
curiosity? Go ahead, Dylan.
The last movie I saw in theaters was Deadpool.
First one?
Yeah,
Okay, that makes about so much sense. But Dylan doesn't go out in public. Are you kidding me?
I mean, I
I
don't
go out in public. How do you think I get these coins?
You get them mailed to you. Get them mailed and you forward them to me.
Brian, what about you?
Just out of morbid curiosity, probably either the Ghostbusters Afterlife one,
Yeah, I
or
forgot about that.
maybe
Yeah.
even the Top Gun Maverick one, just because I like the original Top Gun. Just morbid curiosity.
Yeah, speaking of curiosity, I was also thinking like the Spider-Man one that's supposed to come out. I'm just kind of curious how they're gonna finish
I had
that.
that one on my list too. But yeah, nothing's really piquing my interest. It's pretty rare when I go to the movies, but I still pay enough attention to know roughly what's coming out.
I've been wanting to see The Marksman. Yeah, Liam Neeson's always fun, and we just haven't had the time, or just haven't made the time, I guess, to go see it. We still go to. I love going to movies right now. There's no one there. It's great.
Me and my wife are actually going to the theater for the first time since everything happened. Like we're gonna go see Godzilla versus Kong. So
Okay, right on.
Honestly, seeing it on the big screen is gonna be tight. I'm excited for you, actually.
So I don't know if any of you guys have these, but here in like Southern California, they're having outdoor movie, like not drive-ins, but they're like renting out parking lots. They're bringing out a screen, and people are just sitting in parking lots, not in cars, in parking lots, and with like awnings over them, watching movies.
they've done stuff like that out here in Oklahoma. I think they've had like a movie like at a Walmart, like they showed on the side of a Walmart wall, and like there's times where they do it like movies on the lake, like you would just like watch Jaws or something like while floating on out in the lake, drinking beer or something.
They got pretty creative with it.
Cool.
You get people watching movies in Walmart parking lots in Oklahoma. In California, you just get people living in the Walmart parking lot. Some of them are intense. It's just how
They
it
had
is.
some of those theaters going up last year when everything was shutting down. They actually tried to do some theater showings in some like fields, some various like farm fields and whatnot that were just out of season.
Dude,
And I thought that was creative. That was good use for the farmers out there.
The only movie like going to the theater experience that I've had since everything shut down was like we have a drive-in movie theater down the street from my house, and like for my wife's birthday I took her to go see Harry Potter because that's one of her favorite movies. So yeah, that was like, and it's fun because like it has like a restaurant where you can like concession stand where you can get like a full box of pizza or burgers or something like that and just sit in your car. But at the same time I was just like, man, this like you have to like really keep the windows rolled down because like it's hard to, because you can't have your car turned on and everything, so like it's hard to get AC and everything. So that's the only uncomfortable thing about it.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah.
Gotta have a good day for it.
The movie I want to see is a better version of the Justice League. All right, so we're going to cut it there, and I'll just let you go around. Dylan and Brian are part of the Twin Sons Foundation. They do have their own YouTube channel. They're doing playthroughs. You just released one today.
Yeah, Jordan was a little bit late getting the video over from our playthrough on Sunday, but we try to play on Sundays. Obviously, this weekend we'll be doing, I think, Saturday instead with the holiday. But we are playing the Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO. We have a Republic character playthrough going, and then whenever Amelia cannot join us, we are playing our Imperial characters, in which I play a little bit too much with lightning. Anyway.
There you go. Jeremy, what's going on in Stupid Chainsaw Productions?
A lot of podcasting right now. Noah and I are discussing doing a Stephen King podcast, going through his novels, starting with Carrie to modern day. Also, join me tomorrow night. We're going to be doing Stupid Chainsaw watch-alongs. We're going to be watching the awful classic Robot in the Family. Doing a live stream of that. You can watch along because it's on YouTube.
All right, Adam.
I'm at Bryant VRM. I do book, comic, and movie reviews and vlogs and stuff. And I just did the Godzilla 2014 novelization. I think the next book I'm going to review is an Indiana Jones book from the Bantam era. And yeah, I got like Star Wars Legends books reviews coming. So.
Which Bantam book for Indiana Jones?
It's the very first one, the Parallel at Delphi.
Yeah, okay, I've read that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay, Bernardo, do you do videos on your channel anymore?
Yeah, I took a boat to Maryland. I'm actually going back next week, so I'll be able to dig up some more reviews.
Tabletop Island does vintage board games sometimes, and then other board games sometimes when he has the time.
Also, me and Jeremy at Paper Movies with Matthew from the Geeks Attic, we're going to be discussing the novelizations to Ghostbusters 1 and 2 soon. So,
yeah. And check out, I got another EU review, got a board game review. It could be a
Sounds
quick
good.
game. Say what?
Does that
And
sound
then,
good?
and then, yeah, we'll have some fun next week. Ryan Kennel, of course, will be on the channel, griping all the way as we do a more civilized age. Also, check out the expandeduniverse.com. We're going to have some great articles from none of these people because they don't want to write articles. But
Well, we've got a collab coming out tomorrow, so
I'm hoping
That's true.
I'm hoping Ryan's
true.
still watching, and Ryan's going to do a few more videos. I say, hey, can you do a couple? He's like, sure, I'll do a couple. He sent one, so that's okay. At least I got one. But anyway, do check out the expandeduniverse.com tomorrow. There's going to be something fun posted tomorrow by myself, Dylan, and Brian. And then, of course, check it out. I'm trying to get daily or Monday through Friday posts at least on it with a lot of good stuff. So far, there's some really good stuff on there that you definitely want to check out. Anyone else here on my panel? You mean anyone else on my panel? But Ryan, if you want to do a few more, you can send them to me. But anyway, you should check it out because we got some good stuff. I've read the stuff. Jason Ditzel, I don't talk about this guy enough. He's doing the one about force organizations, and I just love it. In fact, I'm going to try to make a mental note to make a point of that on my channel update. I just think his stuff is so solid, and he's been solid in turning in his weeklies. And I have too with Matt Chat. You get a bonus video. Matt Chat premieres on there. Thanks, Ryan. And but yeah, so there's some good stuff on there, and we did stuff on. Right now, we've been doing March Madness. We just wrapped March Madness. It was a lot of fun. The month before that, I was doing stuff on toys, EU toys. I did a few posts last year, and then a buddy of mine who was going to do weekly posts on the website, he had a heart attack. He's okay, but he decided he wasn't going to write any. So I basically just took his whole log of stuff that we had worked on, and I just posted it because it's some interesting stuff about old EU Kenner toys up until some of the newer EU toys, and it was really good. So that stuff's already posted on there, plus a lot of other fun stuff, so you want to check it out. And, of course, well, obviously you're checking out the channel. You're here on the live stream here. So thanks for joining me. Guys, thanks for joining me. Everyone have a good night, and if I don't see you before then,